Hi, Rockers. I'm very honored right now to be joined by one of the legendary musicians and voices in the world of rock and metal, and he is simply known as the voice of rock, the one and only Glenn Hughes, right now with me inside the Asylum.
Thank you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Enjoying the warm weather that's finally here, and how about yourself?
All good, mate. All good. Just going down to Rio tomorrow for the World Cup, and looking forward to that.
Very awesome. I know you're big into soccer. Myself, I'm into hockey, and our season's winding down.
Yeah. I'm an Englishman, so we all grew up watching soccer, you know.
Absolutely. I keep saying I gotta get into it, so maybe one day I'll finally sit down and watch some of it.
Yeah, it's a great sport.
Awesome, man. Well, I wanted to talk to you a bit about what you got going on with California Breed. And before I go into that, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing this and asking this, being asked of you. But, everyone knows Black Country Communion. Everyone, like myself, are big fans of it. I was just wondering if you guys had seen what had happened coming with Black Country Communion, or if it was just something that came out of nowhere for you guys.
Well, Black Country Communion was put together 4 years ago, and we made 3 albums, and we made 1 live DVD, and the one thing we did successfully make 3 great albums and a DVD. It was really fantastic. The one thing we didn't do is we didn't tour. And as you know, everybody knows in the music world today, it's not like in the 80s where it's all about CDs. Today it's all about touring, and meeting and greeting fans and getting close to them. That's what this music's all about. Unfortunately, Black Country Communion didn't do that. So when Jason and I left, we decided we'd form a band and we'd go out and play live, and that's what we want to do.
Awesome, man. I know you guys have done a few live shows already. You played one at the Whiskey out in L.A., and you did one here in the New York area at the Gramercy. Unfortunately,
we really had a lot of fun, man. I mean, if you said to me, okay, we're going to do 2 shows in basically two of the biggest music capitals in America, it's like it would be daunting to most people, but for me it was like, bring it on. I was really excited, and the fans really loved it. I think it was a really good idea of what we're about and what we're about to do. So long may that reign.
Unfortunately, I was not able to make it, but I know many people, friends of mine here on the local music scene here in the New York area, they were able to get to the show. I've heard nothing but positive reviews, a bunch of people saying it's probably one of the best shows they've seen so far this year. And
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this band was put together. The music in this band is really 3 generations, and when I decided I wanted to play really hard rock again, with Black Country, and I continued to do it in California Breed, I realized there's a lot of people that want to see me do this music, and I remember now, I am from the 60s. It's not like I'm trying to be retro. I guess I am retro, so it's sometimes best for the artist to go back to their roots, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely hear it in there because, well, as you said, it's yourself and Jason Bonham and this amazing young guitarist by the name of Andrew Watt. And,
yeah.
And you guys just managed to take 3 generations of rock and kind of perfectly meld it together into what California Breed is. And I was just wondering how that, was that something natural that came when you guys were putting the album?
Completely natural. I didn't write a song for this project until I started it. I wanted to make sure that we were going to do an album. And then when we realized we were going to do an album, I started to write the music that we thought would be appropriate, you know, and it's definitely a harder edge than Black Country. It's more aggressive, soulfully aggressive. It's more organic. It's recorded very much live. The vocals are live. There's not that many overdubs, and it's a very raw account.
You've been, I mean, as you said, you've been around for years. I mean, going back to your days in Deep Purple, and your voice is just been amazing over the years. You really have not, I mean, many artists go backwards or aren't able to do certain things that they once were. You're able to still do amazing things vocally. What do you credit to being able to still do what you do?
You know, people say to me, I sing better than I did 30 years ago. I'm not being funny, but I was drinking a lot, I was using a lot of drugs, and when you take those things away from me, I'm able to breathe better, I'm able to sleep better, and I'm able to conduct my life better. I have a lot of heroes in the music industry. I don't just love them because of the way they sing and play. It's the way they conduct their life. I think to be an artist, whether it's a dancer or a musician or a sports athlete, you have to be dedicated, and you have to give yourself to your art completely, 100%. I don't do this for any other reason than to make music. I love making music, and I've been doing it for 4 decades. It's incredible.
It truly has. I mean, not many artists can say that they've been able to do what you've done for so long, and done it so well. And what I find really amazing too is to be able to kind of go around from different things while still keeping your own sound. When you were in Purple, you had what Purple was, and your own solo stuff has been amazing. And now, from Black Country Communion to California Breed, the similarities are there, but they're
definitely. You can hear you can hear Glenn Hughes in all of those things. I think there was a while in the 90s there when I was getting sober where I was exploring musically, if you will. I was exploring, groove music and rock music and metal music. I was mixing it, But when I really, really focused 5 years ago on coming back to the hard rock arena where I started out in 1969, when I've come back to this root of my music, this is when it all started to mean something. It started to seem, it just started to be seamless, and it was just wonderful.
As I said, everything has its similarities in, but they all have their own individual aspects. And to me, as I say, it's a credit to the musician that you are and the writing capability that you have and you've worked on for so many years now. And I wanted to ask, with the album, with the writing process, when you guys sat down to do it, did you guys do this collectively as a trio?
I'll tell you what happened, man. If you look at the writing credits of Black Country, you know that I write a lot of music. And the one thing I enjoyed about when I met Andrew and he came to my studio, he's a really, really good writer. He's a young man, but really he's obviously grew up listening to Jerry Cantrell and Pearl Jam and obviously Jimmy Page, but I started to write a lot of the album, and then he said to me, "Can I finish that song?" And I said, "Sure." And then he would send me a song, and I'd finish his song. So that's the way this band happened. He's a really, really talented young man, and I write so much effortlessly. I'm just really, really glad that I can do that, and he does too. So we had no problem coming up with the music.
Well, that's very cool. It's nice to see that someone so young and influenced by by his influences was able to, come in and add on to what you had started, and vice versa. It shows the unity actually amongst the generations of music that you guys were able to meld together to do the songs like that.
Right.
And
it's really fantastic, and it's listen, man, look, I don't do this because it's a job. I do this because it's the center of my life. It's the heartbeat of my heart. I'm supposed to be on this planet to sing to people and write music, as most artists are. A lot of people don't realize that, when they write, that's what they're supposed to be doing, I mean, you tell that to John Lennon, he was an incredible writer, so it's, I'm a fan of music and fan of other musicians, and I love to share the love.
Well, I find that nowadays you kind of have to be a fan of the music itself, and not necessarily yours, because if you're not a fan of it, how is someone able to really put their full heart and soul into it? You gotta be a fan first.
Yeah, you gotta look. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna tell you that I have found my comfort zone, that I am kind of like comfortable. I'm always, if you know anything about my music or my albums, I never repeat myself. I never write a song twice and change the title. I never make the same album twice. A lot of my friends in really big bands don't have the opportunity to do that, but I have so much to write and sing about. So much has happened to me in the last 30 years that have been really interestingly bad or interestingly brilliant. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As you said, there are so many out there that would love to be able to, to have the writing that you've had over the years, and the success that you've had over the years is just purely amazing. And you bring up one of the, that you use both the highs and the lows, and it has come out recently.
Right.
That, unfortunately, during the process of the album, you did hit a bit of a rough patch, and you use that for writing purposes.
Yeah, I only write about the human condition. I only write about things that happen to us as humans. I don't really write fictional things. I never really have, even when I was with Iommi and Sabbath, I never really wrote about the dark stuff, So it's like I've always written about what happens to us within our souls, within ourselves, with pain, with hate, with love, with betrayal, with love, with lust, with anger, with fate. I write about things that you and I and people that we know go through, and I think it really triggers that off with people.
Yeah, I mean, that also would be why so many people, are able to connect with what you've done and with everything you've done over the years, is, as you said, you're writing for real life. So there are people that are out there that are going to hear songs that you've done and say, you know what, I know what he's feeling because I've been there. And that builds a bond that'll last forever.
Right, absolutely.
So you guys did the first two shows as a band live with California Breed. And I know you guys have some scheduling. You're going to Rio, and Jason's got some things.
Jason's going out. He's on the road with Heart right now. And then we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come out. I'm really looking to do some shows in like September, October. I think things will be. I mean, we are playing with Slash in Europe in November, December. And there's something, going to be confirmed this week with another band in America. So, just keep watching this space because, we are coming to your town and we're really looking forward to it.
Are you guys hoping to do a full-blown tour? Or
look, I'm going to be honest, John. The fact of the matter is that, I'm old enough and wise enough to know that every new band, it doesn't matter if I've been in the biggest band in the world, when you start a new band, it's a new band, and it's okay playing the clubs, it's okay, man, but I'd rather play theaters and arenas, so that means we have to open for people, and I get a chance to open for my friends, so the beauty of knowing and being around a lot of people, in LA, that I've made a lot of friends, and so it's good that I get a chance to go out and play to thousands and thousands of people every night, so that's what it's all about.
Awesome, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my word, when you guys do come around the New York area, I will definitely make my way to one of the shows. Had I known a little bit sooner, I would have made it to the one here in the New York area. But
oh, that's great, man. Thanks so much.
you're very welcome, man. I love the album. I loved it since I
Thank you,
first
John.
got it, man. And it's just an honor to be speaking with you here tonight. And I know you're a very busy man. You got plenty to do, so I will wish you well on your trip to Rio. And I ask you,
thank you.
You're welcome, man. Enjoy the soccer. And before I let you go, what song should I play from your California Breeds new album?
You should play Chemical Rain, man. It's really, really heavy, and it's got a lot of melody, and it's got a lot of, it's talking about quitting drugs. It's a really strong song.
Awesome, man. I was just listening to that one the other day, digging that one. I dig the whole
Thank
album.
you, man. It's a really important song for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you to the fans that follow me. God bless you all, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to speak with you. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is now, Chemical Rain from California Burn.